Before we get into the action today, let me just give you a little backstory. For those of you who followed along with the channel for any length of time, you probably noticed a lot of my adventures are where I get to go out and explore new areas and fly fish by myself. But once a year, I'm fortunate enough to travel with a couple of good buddies of mine, Shay and Grant, where we have a standing tradition where we try to plan one bigger trip each year to explore a new fishery. The last few years, we focused our efforts in and around the Great Smoky Mountains. Last year, as we hiked out of the backcountry, we promised each other that we were going to try to do something a little bit different this year. We were headed west. I need to know what's in those.
Fishing stuff and my clothes. You never know the weather.
I can't tell your priorities.
Yeah.
Way more fishing stuff than clothes.
Yeah.
After a short shuttle ride, we picked up our rental car and made our way out of Denver. After a quick pit stop at an In-N-Out burger for some much needed calories, we were ready to make the long trek south toward the San Juan Mountains in southern Colorado. We made one last pit stop in the last town before we left civilization for the weekend. We picked up groceries and any last supplies we might need for the weekend, and then made our way up into the mountains to the cabin that would serve as our base camp for the rest of the week. Alright, so for this adventure, we got guests. Shay, back in business.
Back in business.
Tell the folks, where are we?
Colorado.
Colorado. South Colorado.
Central Colorado.
It's about all we know. We don't know much other than that. And Grant is back with us today, and we are getting geared up, ready to go on our adventure. And honestly, don't know where we're going to go. We are close to a river now, so I think we're getting in kind of late tonight, so we're going to probably fish a little bit. But the goal is these next really 3 days is to get out and probably explore somewhere different each day. So we're going to get ready and try to get on the water a little bit this evening before it gets dark. But yeah, it's exciting. We'll try to fish a lot of new water and see if we can bring you guys a fun adventure. All right, so we got our first evening here.
Horseshoe Creek.
Horseshoe Creek. We can call it Horseshoe Creek because we don't know what to call it. So we don't have a lot of time to fish, so we're just going to see if we can get some time on the water. And
Show me a picture.
what's that?
Show me
Here goes. First look at the river. So we're pretty close to home here, and we're going to plan to venture out a little bit further tomorrow. But sun's going down over there. We're going to see what can happen. What's your take today, Shay?
Put the over under at
3. I'm thinking I'm gonna be happy if we get some fish to the net this afternoon. We don't have a lot of time, so
are you taking the over though?
I'll be happy under.
Under. Oh, okay.
But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that it's higher.
Okay, I'm glad you got a lot of trust in us.
I don't know. I do.
A lot of faith in us.
I know.
2 fish with 3 people. Not good.
Oh, oh, it came off. I couldn't, he came toward me and I couldn't keep my tension on my rod, but it like a little brown. That's what it looked like. Yeah. We just got to get one. We just need one to get us started. Oh! There we go. Uh-huh. There we go. There you go. Well, I'll tell you, we are on the board in Colorado. Not a big one, but feels good to just have one to the net. A little rainbow. There you go. He almost didn't realize he took it. All right, so we're running out of light a little bit. We'll fish for a little bit longer, but caught that last fish on a little olive Frenchie with a little bronze flash at the bottom. Fishing with a little micro chubby that's yellow up top, but he had a few hits on the micro chubby, just hadn't really got anything to hit it yet. And then the fish I actually caught was on the little olive Frenchie. He caught me, I think, more than anything. I was not ready for him, so probably lucky to get that fish. But it's a start. It is a start, and we will take it. That's a pretty fish. Just to get into one of those tonight is awesome. Let's let him go. As the last bits of light faded for the evening, we found ourselves really thankful. Thankful to have had an opportunity to fish for just a little bit that first evening. Thankful to have had a chance to cast to some rising trout in a beautiful location and even bring a few to the net. What we're really excited about is what tomorrow might bring. We anticipated heading much higher in elevation in hopes of finding one of the remaining strongholds for the native Rio Grande Cutthroat. Good morning from Colorado. So it's a nice, cool, crisp morning here in Colorado. Just came outside to check and see how everything felt and what the temperatures were like. And I think temperature said it was like 48, 49, which is very welcome compared to the Georgia heat that we're accustomed to, especially for August. But I'm really excited for what today kind of holds in store. We're going to get up, get breakfast made, and kind of get after it here in a second. But we got some hiking to do today. We got some driving to do. We're going to try to get to some higher elevation streams, and really probably get to see some higher elevation streams, some alpine lakes, some stuff we just don't ever get to do. So I'm hopeful. I think if we get high enough up, we may be able to get into some Rio Grande Cutthroat. Be really, really cool to catch some native fish. But if nothing else, we're gonna see some really beautiful country today, I think. And yeah, I can't wait to get after it. So we're working on getting breakfast and everything ready, and hopefully be headed that way shortly. We got a little taste of a little bit of fishing last night. Got to fish some of the bigger water here closer to where we're staying, but it's fun just to get out of the water and experience some new water. Got a couple of the nets, so got the skunk off, but we didn't just have a ton of success, but also we didn't have a lot of time to fish. So I'm really, really hopeful for what today kind of holds in store, because today should be like the bulk of our adventure starting. So yeah, I can't wait to have you guys tag along. Y'all come with us. Shay, what are you cooking up for us this morning?
Bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches.
I think we may need those for our hike today.
I believe so. There you go.
That is thick.
That's some thick bacon and eggs.
And
right
amazing
there.
looking. Maybe it'll power us to catch some Rio Grande Cutties today. Hike in to some alpine lakes.
These Rio Grande Cutties ate this. They'd be some big Rio Grande
They'd be
Cutties.
slabs, wouldn't they? What's your prediction today, Shay?
15's
15 over under. Grant and I are saying over. We're taking the over.
All right, what if I would have said over under 21?
Under.
Okay.
Got it. All right. The real adventure begins. I guess we get to start hiking, huh? Shay, tell me about the hike so far. What do you think about it?
Well, first part was terrible.
Pretty rough start, right?
Yeah, terrible.
Good bit of elevation gain.
Better be ready for it if you're coming up here.
But now,
Easy.
really easy hike. Yeah, we worked hard for the first half a mile, and now it's
Now we're
coasting.
really hoping that it's gonna stay like
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Let's hope the hike stays like this. I can handle this for a while. We found our way in the first of that beautiful alpine meadows we hoped to explore for the day. It had a small stream that ran through the middle of it that was fed from an alpine lake that was higher up in elevation that we hoped to explore later in the day. We made our way down to the small stream in hopes of finding our first Rio Grande Cutthroat of the day. We were greeted by very low, clear water, cold enough to fish, but inhabited by a spooky, spooky fish. You could tell that stealth was going to be key if we were going to find success in this first section of stream we planned to fish for the day. Shay! I know he's hung in the mud of the dam. There he goes. Come here, bud. Hey, it's like 12 inches long, maybe? Yeah, Cuddy. Woo, let's get him down in the water. Keep him wet. That's awesome. I was worried we weren't getting anybody taking anything there. That is awesome. Wet her hands. Look how pretty. You see how his spots kind of concentrate toward his back end there? Pretty fish. And there's his markings under his underside. Took a parachute at him. All right, so Shay's on the board with a cutty. See if we can get Grant one. So it should have had like the little slits, markings under its, kind of under its gills, and then it would have had darker spots. It should have been toward the back end of it. What's that?
It was dotted up on its whole body.
Yeah.
But it did have two slits on.
Yeah, it was probably Rio then. Congrats, man.
Yeah, thanks. It was not big,
But it's a fish. Getting on the board is the first step, and it's a Rio. So that's cool. Oh! Let's see what you are. Baby Cuddy? Yeah, should be all it's in here, right? Not as colored up when they're tiny.
no.
It's a little orange under the, let's see if we can show them off right here. I'm getting back in the water. Yep, Right there. Get him right back. We'll count it though. Not the size that the other one was, but we'll take it. While we'd each been fortunate enough to pick up a few of the spooky fish in that small stream, we decided it was in our best interest to head out and hike up the rest of the way to Alpine Lake in hopes that it would provide the best fishing for the rest of the day. All right, I think we're coming up on our goal of our Alpine Lake that we were hoping for. That's really pretty. Wow. Yeah, there's fish out there feeding. Right out in there. We would soon find that our decision to head for the Alpine Lake to spend the rest of our afternoon was the absolute best decision we could have made. Jay got him one. Nice, man. Hit the dry. Show him off, Jay. Now we're into him. It's a beautiful fish. I love it. Thank you, Shay. We got doubled up, Shay. Shay's got one. I've got one. I kept him out front of the log this time after missing those others. They took me under a log like 3 different times. That's a good fish, Shay. Nice, man. Get our hands wet. That is a good one. That is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful fish. Look at the colors on his underside. Let's get you off, buddy. That's beautiful. There we go. Oh! Did you see that? Well, Shay, I think we're gonna stop and take a break for lunch. How do you feel about it so far?
Pond's been good, or lake. I guess it's not really a pond.
Yeah, the Alpine Lake has definitely been the highlight of the trip so far.
Really good fishing.
Yeah.
A lot of dry action. Had some dry dropper actions. It's been good.
Yeah.
It's been tough, but it's been good.
Yeah, the day started off kind of tough. We learned that the water's nice and cold, but the water levels are small enough or low enough to have the fish in the lower streams kind of skittish, but we still caught a few down there. But the Alpine Lake has been the ticket.
Way better.
As we took a break for lunch, we meandered over to the other side of the lake in hopes of running into Grant, who'd been fishing over there for a little while. We soon found him and learned that he'd had similar success with the cutties over on his side of the lake. After a little further questioning, we learned that he'd had some valuable intel given to him from a little local. Turns out this little chipmunk here had a lot of valuable advice on how to catch the local cutties. We stopped for a bit to rest beside the lake, have lunch, and just take in the beautiful scenery around us. We've been blessed with some beautiful fish and an absolutely beautiful location. I couldn't think of a better place to stop, just pause, and take it all in. Well, Shay,
Yeah.
So we fished, we found success on the lake. We had lunch and we had some more success.
Yeah. Now
you
we're
and
taking
Grant did.
to their honey hole.
Take him to the honey hole, yeah. The outlet of the lake where the fish were feeding earlier. We'll see if they've turned back on over here. They've kind of gone into a lull, but see if they turn back on before we got to hike out.
Really nice lake.
Yeah. The lake was the saving grace on this trip because we did not catch a lot out of the stream. So far, Shay, hot flies. What'd you catch yours on?
Royal Wolf, dry, and a olive soft tackle, beadhead soft tackle.
Olive beadhead soft tackle. Yeah, kind of a 50-50 split between the dries and the nymph.
Definitely a dry dropper lake though. We haven't stripped lily boogers, but
no,
I haven't.
I think most of mine came on a parachute Adams, a couple on a France fly, and Grant pulled them in on the tried and true squirmy worm. The bite began to slow for the afternoon. As we looked past the ridges around us, the sky began to look dark and the wind began to pick up. It looked as though the threat of rain loomed in the distance. We meandered our way to the other side of the lake for a few last casts to see if we could find one last fish before we had to make the long hike back to the vehicle. Grant got him one. Yeah, man. Well, the wind's picking up and the fish have turned off.
Yep.
About time to hike that way, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Rest. Take your time.
Yeah. We have a good little trek out of here. But we get to do it again tomorrow. Good morning again from Colorado. So this is day 3 here in Colorado, day 2 of what should be our full second day of fishing. Just coming off the heels of a really good day yesterday. We're really fortunate to get after some Rio Grande Cutthroats. That was one of the boxes we really wanted to check for this trip, and just super excited to have seen some of those just absolutely beautiful meadows and alpine lakes, and then just to be able to catch absolutely beautiful fish. Just cannot complain. So glad we got to check that box. And then today we're going to do something completely different. I think we're headed about an hour and a half north of here, and so gonna fish some bigger water today. So yesterday was smaller, skinnier water, chasing native fish. Today we're gonna go some bigger water that should have the potential for like bigger rainbows and browns. And I'm not sure because I've never been there, but just trying to get a feel for a lot of different types of streams here and just make the most of our time in Colorado. So we're gonna get up, get breakfast going, get ready, and hopefully hit the road here in a minute. And yeah, hope we'll be on the water soon. So y'all come with us.
I'm giving up on settling down, getting out of this small town. Hang a sign, this heart is closed, time to hit the open road. I'm giving up on settling down. I've been left at the altar, been left at the bar. Gave all I got to love, all I got was a broken heart. But I got my eyes on a new horizon, and I've learned my lesson. I'm giving up on settling down.
All right, so just kind of getting to where we're gonna fish. We've had to change our plans a little bit. We headed a good bit away from where we're staying in hopes of fishing a bigger stretch of water that would hopefully hold some bigger fish, some rainbows and browns. But due to the kind of low waters and a little bit higher temperatures, it's just not really an option. So stopped in a local fly shop, got hopefully some good intel, and hopefully can salvage the day. And we actually headed high up in elevation, kind of away from where we were going to fish, but gonna try to fish a higher elevation lake that is supposed to hold some Rio Grande cutties and some brook trout potentially. And I can't remember, there may have been some other things, but if nothing else, like, we've made the drive up here. It's absolutely gorgeous. Took us through some absolutely beautiful kind of alpine meadows. And yeah, we had some fun on the lake yesterday, so we're hoping we can recreate something similar today. What do you think about it, Shay?
Create some more lake magic.
Magic on the lake.
That's what I'm thinking.
I hope so. I hope.
He said 20+ inch fish here.
He said there could be the potential for some bigger fish here. So they won't be the native strain like cutties that we had yesterday. So some of these are end up being stock fish, but I think because of that. What's that?
Possible salmon.
Possible salmon, yeah, like kokanee salmon. Supposedly there may be some of those. So more options today, but definitely a chance to get in some bigger fish. I think that's the hope. Got some new fishing buddies for the day. Found these guys on the hike in. As we made the hike in, we were somewhat nervous about what lay ahead for the day, especially given the sudden change of plans from where we'd hoped to fish. Our expectations were further tempered when we met some fishermen who'd been camping in the area the last few days and hadn't found any success. We nervously hoped that somehow our luck would be different, and we could salvage the day despite the change of plans and bring some willing fish to the net. Alright, time to see what we can make happen. Shay, what are you starting off with? Flashback pheasant tail, and then what's the other one? You double nymphing? Yeah. All right, and I'm starting off with a dry dropper, and Grant, I think, starting off with a dry dropper as well. I'm not feeling super confident on the dry like I'd hoped yesterday, since we're not seeing a lot of action on not seeing a lot of risers. You'll see one here and there, so I may very quickly switch over to something like either like a woolly booger, strip it, or even a like a jig streamer, something like that. Oh, I don't know if that's a bite or not, but we'll give this a minute. We may keep changing flies a lot. Oh, there was a fish just came up after my dry. With no bug activity and no fish actively feeding on the surface, we committed to changing flies periodically until we found something that would work. After a short while fishing, Grant found his first fish on a pink squirmy worm drifting a couple of feet below the surface. Little did we know, things would soon be looking up for the day. Let's go see what he's got. Squirmy worm coming to the rescue. That's a really pretty fish. Shay getting in on the action. Hit the squirmy. Get over here where I can net you. Man. Bring you over. Hey, finally got on the board. Man. They made me work for it today. Thank goodness. Finally getting on the board with one. That's a good fish. This is, the hook already popped off. Beautiful, beautiful fish. There we go. Can keep him up. It's funny, I don't know if he hadn't figured out that he's hung yet, but he does not want to fight. There he goes. Now he's decided he wants to fight a little bit. It's the weirdest thing. Acted like he didn't want to go anywhere, and then all of a sudden decided to run. Yeah, better fish. That's probably 13 inches. We'll take it, Let's go get you off. dry, yeah. Shay, what do you think about this place?
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
I'm glad we know what to fish with.
I know, right?
We've done well. I'd say probably combined probably over 30 fish.
Yeah.
In a couple hours.
Which I would not have guessed.
It's pretty awesome. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Out there, Derry. Just a beautiful view.
Hard to find a prettier place than that to come spend an afternoon. It's like what you picture Colorado looking like, right?
Easy to get to.
Yeah. And I'll just be honest, Shay and Grant wore me out for a little bit. I had to work for my first fish, but now we're all in the fish and all happy. Turned into a really good day. I keep out of this here tree. He like barely took it. I couldn't even tell I had a fish. Stay out of that. There we go. Nice. Let him go. Go to play another day. Just gonna make our way a little further around the lake. Had a little bit of rain for a second, but we've been very fortunate and it's let up. The weather has been pretty kind to us. Everybody talks about how these storms can roll in just over these peaks, just in a blink of an eye, and you can see them in the distance sometimes, but we've been very fortunate not to be too heavily impacted by them. So as long as the rain holds out, and honestly probably if it does rain, we're gonna keep fishing. Whoop, there was a stick. We're gonna keep on fishing. Here comes another opening. Let's try to find these openings where we can at least have enough room to cast. As morning turned to afternoon, we continued to find success as we moved around the lake. With very little feeding activity on top of the water and no hatches to speak of, I found myself following Shay and Grant's lead and moving away from the dry dropper setup I'd started the day with. I moved to an indicator rig in hopes of getting more flies down in front of the fish. We'd pick up a fish here and there on a pheasant tail or a France fly, but the pink squirmy worm continued to catch the eye of the local lake inhabitants. Ah, there's one. Not a big fella, but a fella. Oh, look at that big, did you see that big, look at this big guy chasing him. Look at this. Oh my.
How big?
Like that long maybe?
Really?
Yes. There's a big, he was darker. He came up after it, man. See if I can get down here where I won't fall and get him off. There we go. All right. Bye-bye. There he goes. Man. Let's walk back in here.
What?
I think something's coming. Don't you think?
Doesn't feel good, baby.
No, I think we're about to get wet. It's coming from right over that ridge right there. Man, that is a lot of wind. It's blowing my liner. I can't even cast, dude, or like get my line to even hook it up on my pole. Look at it, it's like white caps out there now. Woo! Easy. No. Look, there's sun out in the distance on that next peak.
Right there's
Maybe it'll be short-lived. You talk about when they come in, though. They come in fast, don't they?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm cold. Shit.
I know. It got cold quick.
We're getting Grant.
Yeah, you want to walk around so we can find Grant in case it does keep coming. That'll give us a chance to wait it out. And just like that, almost as fast as the storm had come upon us, it was gone. The fish seemed almost unfazed by the passing storm, and almost as soon as it had passed, the fish were biting again. Nothing you can pick a prettier place to come fish. This place ended up being absolutely beautiful. The forest around the stream is pretty. The lake. The lake is beautiful. I don't know if you can picture a more beautiful place to come fish. Very blessed to get to come experience this today. Really, really cool place. Shay, tell us about the day.
Good day.
A surprise day, wasn't it?
Squirmy Lake came through for us.
I know, Squirmy Lake. That is exactly right. Literally, like, they were very picky apart from the Squirmy.
Yeah.
Like, I tried to use other things.
Don't knock it till you try it.
That's right. But like definitely a surprise. Like, we thought we were gonna fish another otter. Oh yeah, cruising out through there. You know, but for a day where we had to change courses and, you know, change everything we're gonna do, like, I don't think we can complain at all.
What's the fly shop that gave us the?
It was 8200.
8200 fly shop in South Fork.
Yeah, the guy in South Fork at 8200, he saved our day.
He did. In a month if you're here. So.
Yeah. Super nice guy and helped us out. The water was too warm down in the valley and he gave us an alternate plan, and I would say he was very accurate. Yes. Very much appreciated. Saved the day. And just thankful to see a pretty place like this. We would not have known about it. And there's literally every few seconds there's a fish rising. Perfect time of day. Wish we could stay a little bit longer. I'd be fishing nothing but dries right now. Here's one rise right there. You saw him come out of the water. Absolutely beautiful place.